Bitcoin daily update, starting off with, you guessed it, the daily chart. We're range bound as hell. Here's your range, right? Top range, starting at around 29.7, going up to around 29.8, right? If you put it on closing prices, a little bit easier to see why the hell I drew it there, right? So that's why you're looking at doing a whole lot of nothing while we're trapped here. The lower part, 29.2-ish, all the way down to around 29K. So just set your alerts. See all these little triangles? Those are my alerts. So I don't have to keep watching. You'll get an alert sent to your phone, right? This is free to do. Just right click, add alert, right? And then you can just type in whatever price you want there and hit create down at the bottom. You can do it so it does it only once. You can do it every time. You can customize all this stuff. So do yourself a favor and do that and go outside and touch some grass, right? So this is where we're looking, right? And it's not enough to even get outside of it because you can see these fake outs. Well, what the hell is a fake out? Well, it's all these little wicks, right? We fake down and then go right back up the other way, right? Or, vice versa, right? Go upside, right? All these wicks, right? That tells you where the price has been, the closing prices. That's the most important. And that's why we look at that time to time. But, we can get out here and it's not to be too excited. We need to be closing above 29.8 or closing below 29,000 even. Before we can get a better heads up to where we could potentially be going, right? Whichever side breaks first with closing prices, that would be the odds shifting towards that way. And it's just the odds. Nothing's for 100% in trading or crypto or life itself, right? So that's where we're looking at on the daily chart. This is just dangerous to be trying to do anything inside of this zone, right? Wait till we get out here with a close or down here with a close, and then we can, talk about where we could be headed next. But until then, it's a coin toss, right? Just go teach your grandma something about technology. Let's go to the next chart. Let's go to the 3-day chart, and we're looking at bullish and bearish scenarios here, right? Let's get rid of our zones. We're holding above the 21 EMA. We're pinching below the 14 and the EMA 8 here. So we're going to need to make a move sometime soon. Look at the Bollinger Bands, right? Pinching here. We're pinching on the weekly, the tightest they've ever been, right? This could unfortunately take a couple more days to weeks to play out. But, the bulls would argue we're holding the 21. The bears would argue you're below the median line on the Bollingers. That is, never a great place to be at, but not a whole lot to, it's still kind of iffy, right? You're having bullish and bearish scenarios contrasting in the same chart. So if you're getting that, right, it's a mixed signal and likely equals flat market, which is what we're getting. So let's go to the next chart, see if we can see anything else. The weekly chart, we're trying to hold that EMA 8, which is our highest moving average here. So that is a bullish sign. We're in an uptrend. That's a bullish sign. Bollinger Bands pinching. Neither bullish nor bearish yet, but if you have to lean one way or another, you look for, are you in the upper half or the lower half of the Bollinger Bands? So the median line is right there at 28,660 roughly, and we're above that right now. So you're by definition leaning a little bit more bullish. Above all moving averages, leaning a little more bullish. Bearish, there's not a whole lot bearish here. You could argue maybe like a slow bleed out on the weekly, but the bears have failed to do any kind of significant damage even on this move down here, right? So we're still leaning bullish by definition that we're above all moving averages. We're in an uptrend and we're in the upper tier of the Bollinger Band. So take with that what you will, right? Until then, right, just focus on the daily chart. Not real reason to go much below this. Like to the hourly or 4-hour until we get volatility. When you get the volatility, then you can zoom in. But until then, right, it's those zones. That's where you're looking at. Otherwise, right, you're working with your grandmother closely to teach her something else that, expand her horizons. I don't know where I'm going with that. Random thoughts. All right. Side note, what the hell's going on with the market cap in the totals, right? Let's go look at that real quick. Look at the weekly here, right? They're gapping up and down. Oh, maybe they fixed it. They may have fixed it. The total market caps, right? See this gap? It was really odd, right? And Bitcoin dominance, super gaps, right? Look at this. Look in the daily, right? This is odd behavior. So these gaps here, right? Bitcoin dominance gapping down. Altcoin market caps gapping up, but it does look like they fixed it. If you've seen this before here, it was looking oddly suspect, right? It was way off than what it looks like now. So it's better, but still a gap. So kind of rained on my parade there. Let's get to quote of the day. I was going to show you something fun, but this kind of rhymes with the quote of the day yesterday. Happiness is not a goal. It is a byproduct, of course, right? Car of the day, Ferrari F8 convertible, right? Call that the Aperta. Zoomed in. I was deciding, between this car and another one. I couldn't decide. Terrible joke. I get it, right? They're so similar. I just couldn't put my finger on it. Which one? I went with the Ferrari, but maybe a little bit more affordable. I don't even know what it's called. It's a Zuzu. All I did to find it, I Googled ugliest SUV. Just came right up. There's a bunch of pictures. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Until the market picks up, all you have to look forward to is my terrible jokes and piss poor grandmother technology analogies. Conor McGregor fighting again in December. He sits on my desk as what are these called? Funko Pops? Sits right there. Fighting December 16th. I look forward to that, since I have no crypto things to look forward to.